Gravy, gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pass the Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, baby. And we go hit and lick and we'll get rich today. Rich, bitch.
Gravy, 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 gang! What is happening, everybody? Happy Gravy Day. It's Past the Gravy, episode 656. I say as I look at my paper, 656. I am your host, Alex, the Moondog Middleton, with my co-host, Robert, the Hog Barbosa, a.k.a. Bobby Jokes. And today we have a very special guest. It's us. Just us.
Just us.
We didn't even want to book a guest this week.
No.
We were so excited. We were living in the best hockey country on the planet, Robert. You watched all 0 seconds of that game.
All 0 seconds, yeah.
0 seconds. You did text me about it at one point.
I did text you about it because I knew they were playing.
Yeah. You were up early texting about it, so that's
Yeah.
why I was like, maybe he's watching.
No.
But
No, because I knew that they were playing like 8 a.m. here.
It was 7 a.m.
7 a.m.? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot what time. But yeah, I texted you pretty early. I'm like, hopefully they don't mess up your birthday.
They didn't. It was awesome. Best birthday ever. Best birthday ever. Miracle on Ice was the same day. And 46 years later, we beat the Canadians to win gold. So pretty sick.
Yeah.
Pretty sick start.
Yeah, I felt like I had to text you before the game finished. Because I didn't know what would happen in the game. I didn't know what kind of mood
it would
you'd
have
be
been
in.
bad. It would have been bad. And I had already gotten like to the point when like they went to overtime and I was just like, I'm gonna be a whiny little bitch if they lose. I'm gonna be very upset about it. And I'm very glad that they did not. Shout out to Jack Hughes and the whole US men's hockey team and the women's hockey team. We swept gold for the first time ever in the Olympics. Shout out Team USA. We're gonna talk about that a little bit more coming up. I did buy us gold medals.
Yeah.
I also bet Canada because I was like, I'm going to bet on Canada to jinx Canada so my bet won't hit. So really I bought us a win. But then I also bought us gold medals. They're not actual gold medals or like replica gold medals, but they were on Amazon. So I got us like, they were like $11 a piece. So
Did you get
they
like
were like higher quality gold medals.
like the chocolate coins?
No,
gold
I
coins?
thought about that, but I was like, we'll just eat those immediately. Like
Yeah.
now we'll have something to remember these Olympics by. And I feel like I should scratch like 2026 men's and women's hockey champions on it. And then we'll always remember that. And you'll be like, remember when Alex gave me this thing that he scratched? You can probably give it to me for an advent calendar gift next year.
That'd be a good
for
one.
Christmas.
Yeah.
I remember this gift you gave me. Here, have it back.
I like the idea of the chocolate gold coins because I feel like all the athletes, they have a picture with their gold medal in their mouth for some reason. Like we could do that with a coin and we could just get to eat it.
So I think you used to be able to test if it was gold because like you could bend it, right? Like there was always a thing that you're supposed to be able. Why do people bite gold? It's got to be a whole thing.
I thought it was just like, I don't know what else to do with it. I got to bite it to prove that it's real.
But why would you bite it? Because you'd bite through it if it wasn't real?
Yeah.
Chew gold. Pure gold is soft, malleable metal, meaning it would leave an indentation from teeth marks that served as a quick, albeit unreliable check. Harder metals. Okay, so if you could like see like a little tooth mark or whatever, like, all right, that's legit gold. But like if it went all the way through, it wasn't. And then if you didn't do anything.
Okay.
Look at us. We're learning about
Look at that,
gold.
yeah.
We're learning all about gold on this week's episode, the golden episode of Pass the Gravy is what we'll call it, all right? The one with the gold. I think that's what they did with Friends. Everything was the one with the gold medal hockey championships.
Is that what they did for Friends? That's what every episode
I
is
think
called?
it was like the one with
know
the
that.
couch, the one with the I think that's Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't Seinfeld, so it had to be Friends.
Okay.
Had to be. Shout out to Friends. I don't know, dude. It was. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. Okay, it's a comeback kid. Obviously, Olympic hockey is. I did have an idea, but first off, shout out to our reigning MVP, Mikey P. Not everybody can get birthday shout outs on Pass the Gravy, but if you are a reigning MVP, we will give birthday shout outs. His daughter Adeline is turning 9 today, so happy birthday from her,
This one's for you.
from your uncle Alex and Uncle Robert, your Tio Robert.
Yeah, I'll be your Tio.
I want to be Tio. Your Tio Moondog. How do you say Moondog in Spanish? Luna.
Pero Luna.
Luna Pero. Tio Luna Pero. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. All right. So happy B-Day, Adeline. 9. That's the sweet spot, right? I think I peaked when I was 9 years old. It's all been downhill since then.
Yeah, I think same.
But not Adeline. Because you can do anything. You can do anything you put your mind to. You can win a gold medal like the U.S. Olympic women. But your daddy might have to pay a little bit of money for ice time because it's Texas. It's hard to come by, but it's worth it. I did have one idea to bring into the Comeback Kids or Precome segment. I thought I was going to talk to Pat about it, but I don't know. Hear me out. They have like on all of the gambling ads they have. You see with baseball, it's like 1-800-GAMBLER because you have to be like 1-800-GAMBLER if you're having problems. 1-800-GAMBLER, 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 or whatever the number is that they'll also hand out. They need to like, as somebody that works in radio, like we need to figure out like a caller 10 situation for the gambling addiction hotline. Like. I don't think everybody that has an addiction calls in, but you might be more inclined if you're like, you are the 110th caller. We're going to give you an Amazon gift card for $50. And you're like, now I'm getting help and they're rewarding me for getting help. Not everybody.
Yeah.
But then maybe like, yeah, you're going to get the guys who are just calling to try and get the Amazon gift card. But also like what if that's all it takes to get somebody like, you got to like, they're an addict. You got to sprinkle something to help them find home. But like you're not giving them heroin and then just being like, go to the street. You're like giving them heroin and then taking them to a rehab clinic. Like, here, you got to hit rock bottom. And rock bottom is like, I called the gambling addiction hotline because I wanted to win a prize. I was gambling on the gambling addiction hotline.
Yeah, but it can't just be you have to call and then you win. You have to like do some steps. Like you'll be caller 10 or whatever.
To get the prize,
there are steps. Yeah,
you have to go through 3 sessions.
Yeah, it can't just be you got it, you get it, because they're just gonna hang up and that's it. They get their money and they're not gonna call back.
I do.
There has to be some.
You've got to do a little bit of something.
Yeah,
but you could win the prize. Mm-hmm. You're the 100th caller, every 100 callers, and then there's people that would be calling just to try and win it.
Yeah,
but would you do? This is like I think Nathan For You did this. Mm-hmm. Where it's like, are you going to spend
all that time
to get a $50 Amazon gift card, or did you really need help and all you needed is a little push, but also $50 for Amazon is pretty sick?
Maybe by the end of the sessions, you realize that you don't want the money or you don't need the money.
Like, yeah, you know what? This is my real reward, and they can turn it back in for somebody else, and then maybe somebody get a $100 Amazon gift card, or just keep passing it on.
Mm-hmm. Also, is 1-800-GAMBLER one of the worst phone numbers? Like, you don't call the suicide hotline, like 1-800, I tried to kill myself, right?
So that's a lot of numbers.
But like,
gambler is like the perfect phone number word. You know, like sometimes like the overnight TV ads would be like I was gonna tell you my last 4 digits of my number, but I know mine spells something that I give to people. I'm like, this is my number is this word. And people can do that. And I always thought that was cool. Or it would be like a movie could be like 281-555 Bush to get bushes fixed. It's our landscape business.
It just seems like too harsh. Like of someone who does have a problem, I have to call. I have to admit that I'm a gambler. I
think that's part of it though. But that would help you get over that hump where you're like, damn it, I'm calling the gambling hotline. But I could win Amazon gift card and then I can buy those cool spatulas I was looking at.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking like if 911 was an 800 number, then you're not calling 1-800 emergency. It's just like
1-800 emergency. They should like everything. There should be like where 911 is the like. Actually, 911 is pretty perfect.
Yeah,
like, it's gonna be fast. I don't have to think about it. What was the number for 911? It's just 3 letters or 3 numbers. Really, 2 numbers 3 times. That's all you gotta do. You gotta do 2 numbers and just do the second one twice. That's it. But like you should have like. You could just call 911 though.
Like backup numbers.
But like you should be able to call like 1-800 police and it calls the police. 1-800 hospital and it calls the nearest hospital. You're like, I need help. I don't know. We need to work on that.
Yeah, because instead of like having an operator point you where to go, you go directly to that. Like if I need firefighter, 1-800 firefighter. And so
1-800 because you could fire
1-800 fire.
You could be like 281 420 fire.
Yeah.
And like that's kind of all right. You could be like 281, whatever the fire station number is, fire. That would be maybe a way to go. Mm-hmm. Now we're sort of just creating like an intercom system, like in a business where you're like, all right, I'm going to transfer you down to Robert, and Robert's extension. You're just basically giving everybody an extension.
Exactly.
Which is essentially what a phone number is.
Yeah, but you didn't have to call reception.
This is like when we were eventually going to reinvent malls. We were like, hey, we shop online, but what if we could shop in person in all those stores that were online?
You can try things on. You can see what things look like.
Dude, I got a great idea for streaming. Say like we had all of the streaming services, and you could get different packages of these streaming services, and maybe subscribe to like a certain monthly thing, and then you get access to like you get like Hulu and Disney Plus, and then you could also have like ESPN, and then you could also have this, and then, oh shit, we made cable again. Like that's what we just did with phone numbers. You know what would make phone numbers better is if they spelled more. But that is the best. Like you don't have phone numbers that spell anymore.
Yeah, you don't have to memorize it.
I'm dumb. I'm a dumb guy. I need you to just like I don't know anybody's number. I think I recently remembered my wife's number for the first time.
Sam doesn't know my phone number. She knows.
I can guarantee I could get 6 digits of it. Probably not in the. I could nail the first 6. It's the last 4 I'm iffy on. I could probably. I'm pretty sure I got it though.
Sam remembers my old phone number that I haven't used in 10 years perfectly, but my new number.
Well, it's your fault for getting a new one. I've had the same number forever.
I think I've had my new number for longer than I ever had my old one.
Okay, that's kind of. But she didn't have to dial.
Yeah.
Your number. Like I remember, if I got arrested now, I don't know. Do they give you your phone in jail now? I don't know. You haven't been arrested. You're not a criminal.
No.
When I got arrested last time, I was in a holding cell. Was in college, and I didn't have they didn't give me my phone, so I only was like I know my parents' number. I know my mom's cell phone, my dad's cell phone, my house phone. And I knew my brother's number at the time. I was like, okay, so these are the 3 I can really call: mom, dad, phone, and then home. And that was pretty much all I could do. But I was like, they wouldn't give me my phone. If you're fucked if you get arrested now.
Yeah.
I'm calling 1-800-GAMBLER if I get arrested. I'm like, hey, I need you to look up my parents or my wife. Can you find my wife?
You call
her and tell her I'm in jail, and then I'll call you guys back. I promise I'll call you back, and we're gonna do the whole thing. I'll go through the program.
Yeah. You call 1-800-GAMBLER and hope that your caller 10 so that you can make enough money to bail yourself out.
Yeah. All right, here's a bet. Okay, we're gonna hit this. Then you can come bail me out. We can wait. I'll keep calling and checking in. You have the score of the UCLA game? Yeah. Okay, UCLA's win. Got it. You lose, and they just keep making you stay. But yeah, they should have prizes for stuff like that. I don't know. There's it's a dark time if you're making that call. So maybe have a positive thing come out of hey, you're getting better, or you're trying to get better. So here's an Amazon gift card. Again, not everybody. Make it radio style. That'd be funny if they did a Rod Ryan show game or something. All right, well, first you're gonna have to listen to these people read lips, and then we'll help you with your gambling addiction.
Or who's chewing these chips?
Hey, do you know who that was? Unfortunately, then we're going to have to go to the other caller first, but we'll get right back to you after that. That's just the order of how they get treated. What did you bring in for the Precome segment?
I want to talk about Scrubs. Scrubs is back today.
Today, right?
Today, the day we're recording this Wednesday. Season
10?
10.
But they don't count.
But I think they're ignoring season 9.
Okay, so I was going to ask you that because I was trying to debate that. I was trying to figure this out with somebody earlier today where we were like, it went away.
Yeah.
They did 6 seasons or so, 6, 7. But it went away, then it switched networks.
Yes, switched networks to ABC.
But did it go away and then it got relaunched, or did it just in between seasons swapped networks? It was oh, hey, by the way, we're on this channel now. Yeah. Or was it it's gone for a little bit, then they're going to relaunch it on this other network? Because I was I feel like that show has stopped and started 4 different times.
No, I believe it was in between seasons. They changed networks.
Okay, so then that doesn't count as a stop. It just counts as a switch.
Kept going, yeah.
So they got traded once, then they were a free agent.
Yes.
Or then they retired, then they unretired, then they came back. So this is their second unretirement?
Second unretirement.
Because wasn't there another thing? Was it COVID they did a special thing? Maybe it was just a one-off show? I feel like Donald Faison and Zach Braff were just in everybody's stuff. And I know they were doing those commercials.
They were doing the podcast. They did the T-Mobile commercials.
Did they do this this season of the show so they could do more of the podcast because it was a rewatch podcast?
They need more content for the podcast.
I've been thinking about that. That's one of my theories where it's like Office Ladies, I think, is rewatching The Office again now.
Rewatching
I think
it again.
they're doing another rewatch where they're looking at it differently. But honestly, if you The Office is one of those shows, and if it's your favorite, if it's a show like that that's your favorite, if Scrubs is your favorite, you probably would not care how many times they rewatch it. But I remember that like The Sopranos did that during COVID. They had Bobby Bacala and Christopher Moltisanti were like watching the episodes and they would just talk about each episode until they went through it. And there's certain shows where like, okay, like I mean The Office is 9 seasons though, so that's a lot of episodes you got to get through, and they did do a good job of that. I didn't listen to every episode, but the ones I listened to, like for my favorite episodes, I was in on it. But you can have, like, if you're that big, you can just get different guests that were also parts of the show. You could be, oh, let's bring Kevin in for this one. Last time we had Creed, but now we're gonna have Jim in. Like you could do that and just get a different perspective, and it's The Office. So I'll be like, haha, that was a funny joke that you guys didn't put in there.
In that podcast, did they pretty much stick to the episodes, or did they start kind of like branching off and start?
They would start like they would go back and forth, like they would branch off into other stuff, but then they would essentially focus on the episode because that's always like the center of the conversation.
Yeah, I started the Scrubs rewatch podcast, and after a while I dropped off because they were just talking so much more about just anything else. Like
because there's certain episodes where like, yeah, so this happened, unless they have like a crazy behind the scenes thing. You're like, so we're recapping a show that you already watched. And it's like, is it a recap show or is it a rewatch show where you're like, here's a fun story that happened during the filming of that. What they didn't tell you is that we didn't get lunch for 2 days. So when I'm really yelling at him here, I was really cranky. You're like, okay, cool. That's a cool tip that I learned.
Yeah, because like Donald Faison's really into Star Wars, so he would like talk about Star Wars a lot. I'm not. And then
so they basically just do what we do on our podcast.
Yeah, and Zach Braff would talk about like theater, and like really into theater. So I'm like, I started tuning out, and then eventually I just never came back to an episode.
That was how the Sopranos one was to me. Michael Imperioli was Christopher. I like him. I think he's awesome at what he does. He's a great actor, but he's a very well-trained actor. So he'd be like, I mean, the camera, and he was like talking camera angles and stuff. I'm like, I don't really care about that part. Like, I get it. I respect the art, but like, I just do not. Yeah. That's not interesting to me.
And another thing, this Friday, I've told you about the show Pluribus, right?
Yes.
Yeah, basically
it's on my like top of my watch list right now. I just have The Children Have Limited that.
Yeah. Basically, for those who don't know, it's about a virus that spreads through Earth that makes everyone happy, and anyone who's infected wants to spread the virus, wants to spread the joy. I feel that way about Friday because this is just for me. Pokemon Day is on Friday, as well as the release of the new Resident Evil game. And so I just want to spread the joy about both things happening the same day.
Is Pokemon Day a regular day that happens?
February 27th, yes. Every year.
Like every Friday, it's not a thing? There's a machine in the grocery store I go to. It's like a Pokemon machine.
Uh-huh.
And twice I have been there on Fridays. I usually do my groceries for the weekend on Fridays. I'll swing by on my way home. I think it's a card machine. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's a big giant, like, it's the same size as the key making vending machine thing you can put in there. So it's pretty large. 2 times they have been like people have been told that they needed to leave because they were like too giddy for the machines, and like either it was sold out and they were mad that it was sold out, or like one time they weren't speaking English. I didn't understand exactly what it was because then the manager had to go get somebody that was speaking Spanish with them, and then the other guy just like was arguing with somebody else, and I don't know if they were there first and they were arguing over who was in line. But there's been like, I don't usually see interaction going on at like the bubblegum machines or like that part of the store, and 2 times out of like 3 weeks I was like, Pokemon must be popping right now. Like, what's going on? So when you said Pokemon Day, I was like, is that what they were fighting over? But
is
maybe
it
not.
The cards? They have cards in the machine?
It might be cards. I don't know if there's cards or is there a new game.
I know that the cards are very popular.
So that's probably what it was.
People like go crazy for them. I'm not really into
like, one guy had his kids with him.
Collecting.
And so like he had like 3 little kids, and you could tell like he had like probably been like, we're gonna go get this here. But like it was, I don't know, people were really hardcore about their Pokemon.
Yeah.
And then for the Olympics, like that was one of the sponsors for the Olympics, and it was the funniest. Like, what a time we're living in, where it's like, all right, and coming up, we got the ladies figure skating program brought to you by Pokemon. Pokemon coming out, but whenever, and they were just like whatever new things coming out. It was just like dude, like people made fun of us for Pokemon. Now they're sponsoring the Olympics. How far we've come.
Yeah,
you know?
It's a big deal because this one is the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, of the first games.
That's wild. Yeah, I remember kind of the beginning of it, like
Yeah.
not knowing what it was initially. Then it's a video game. Okay, cool. I'll play a video game. Who'd you start with?
Charmander.
Yeah, same. I was always a Charmander
Yeah.
guy. That's why I trust you.
Yeah.
You're a Charmander guy. I trust Bulbasaur guys also, but like when somebody, Squirtle guys.
Yeah.
But like when somebody's like, I went Bulbasaur on my first try, you're like, what the fuck is wrong? It's just like, I'm not hating on Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is a solid Pokemon, but like of the three, that's what you're going with.
Yeah,
You make bad decisions.
Mm-hmm.
You could have made two other better decisions.
Yes, Squirtle or Charmander. But yeah, I feel like I need to spread the word. I need to spread the gospel. Like this Friday, we're all gonna be saved.
Are you gonna get all this stuff?
Probably not. I feel like I'm just like looking forward to the reveal of the next games.
Resident Evil, you said?
Yeah, Resident Evil's coming out.
You should stream it. You should hop on the Pass Baby Twitch. We should get that going again. I was thinking about doing it on Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. They have Michael Scott's a character I got now, so I can be Michael Scott and do the Skarn. I just killed this kid the other day on the game, obviously, and was Skarned on him. That kid probably has no idea what this is.
I have thought about like getting into streaming, but
that like you don't even have to put your picture up. I did
Yeah.
it during the pandemic, and it was like I had to have a camera on me, but you could just do it and just have your voice on it. It's just weird because you have to like narrate, and sometimes
yeah, it's
you're
commentate
like,
at the same time.
like you forget you're doing that. You're just playing a game. Oh, hey, yeah. So what I'm going to do here is blah, 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 blah. And if you don't have the chat pulled up, you can't even see the chat. You don't have to interact with the chat,
Yeah.
but sometimes that's like the fun part of it. And then on TikTok, they want me to do like live stuff on that. I'd give you that too. All you got to do is just hold up your screen and then you can just do that. But I don't know. You should stream. We should get into the streaming business.
I'll think about
I feel
it.
like,
I'll think about it.
I feel like that's hot. And like it's not
Yeah.
like a regular schedule. We wouldn't do any of that. It's just like, hey, Robert's gaming. Guess what? Play Resident Evil with Robert. It's better in like a probably single player game too, where you can just like do it at your own pace. All right, we're gonna try this level today. I'm gonna try and see if we can get through this house. Because I thought about doing that with Fallout. But
Yeah.
Fallout's a long commitment, and I can't really be loud in my house now. Damn. All right. All right. That's our Precome segment. How about that, huh?
How about that?
Yeah, Pat will be back to his regularly scheduled guesting duties next week, we hope. But he had something come up. That happens. It happens. And, I mean, honestly, Robert's crushing it. Robert always crushes it.
He had more
so-
important people to hang out with.
Yeah, he blew us off, if we're being
Yeah.
honest. We might have lost our only guest ever. Our guests were pretty limited.
Yeah.
I'm always like, what you got in your Rolodex, Robert? And he's just like, oh, yeah, you
I'm
wanna
like,
do-
what's a Rolodex? I don't have that kind of money
He just
for a
has
watch.
he just has a piece of paper. And he's just like, what about Pat? Yeah, all right, give him a
Yeah.
call.
Yeah.
Luckily, he's usually
free at this time.
agreeing to it. All right, moving on. Let's get to the Comeback Kids segment where we tell you what's back in the news according to us. And it is brought to you by the Passive Gravy merch store. Go head over to PassiveGravyMerch.com. Look at all of our gear. We don't ever put you behind a paywall, but if you'd like to support the fellas, hit us up. Shout out to Brenda. Brenda sent me her order. She's been rocking. She and her husband got matching shirts, matching PTD shirts that they were rocking. I want to see you guys in those matching shirts. I'll put it on a Gravy Day post next week. But PassiveGravyMerch.com is where Brenda and her husband shopped. They got the sweatpants, the joggers. I was rocking the joggers. That was actually my USA. That if you've worn those, they are gold medal joggers now. Fun fact.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think you can change like the logo and just make the logo
Just
gold
make it
now?
gold.
Like just sell like gold medal.
Yeah.
Like, it's the exact same pants, just gold logo.
Gold edition.
Like in
special edition
UFC,
gold.
if you're the champion, you get to walk out and you have gold and
Winners
your
edition.
name's in gold. Yeah, because I would like to say that those there's no denying those played a part in it. In my lifetime, the United States men's hockey team had never won a gold medal in the Olympics, and they did the one time I watched a gold medal U.S. game with the Passive Gravy joggers on. So those are great pants. So go get those. Especially they're great, just great to wear around the house. But when it gets cold, they're awesome. The Passive Gravy mugs, all kinds of T-shirts. We got the polos, the dad hats, the golf hats, the flags, everything, stickers. Go check it out. PassiveGravyMerch.com. Support the podcast. You're never gonna have to pay us anything to listen to us. We're always gonna be free on YouTube or Spotify or wherever else you get your podcasts, wherever you listen to them. But if you want to help the fellas out, PassTheGravyMerch.com, and we'll give you some cool stuff for supporting the podcast. PassTheGravyMerch.com, the official sponsor of the Comeback Kid segment. It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch. Our first Comeback Kid this week.
What is it?
It's Freebird, baby. Because Freebird is back. Are you a fan of the Lynyrd Skynyrd?
I don't think I've ever heard the song.
You've never heard Freebird?
I feel like I'm familiar with it. Maybe I don't think I've heard it in its entirety.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, like the guitar stuff.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yeah,
That
it's
sounds
awesome.
familiar. Yeah.
If you saw anything on Instagram this weekend
Yeah.
that was related to hockey, it was very likely, as long as it's U.S. hockey. I don't know if you're looking at Canadian hockey. You went to Canada once last year, so I don't know who your allegiances are to. But it was just everywhere. Freebird rocks. It's going to be, I told you beforehand, I was like, it's already going to be the number one song on my like most played at the end of the year thing, because in the just 2 hours alone after we won gold, I nonstop just had that one song on repeat. Just run Freebird back again, run Freebird back again. It plays. That, Toby Keith,
Yeah.
Born in the USA, Party in the USA. Like, I got a whole playlist of it, but Freebird just, when it comes on, it gets the boys going. That and the Toby Keith, I would say, are 1 and 2 for me personally, but it rocks. And with Freebird is the United States of fucking America, because we did it. It's finally our sport now. We thought in the All-Star game we were going to maybe take it back. It was the women's sport. They had already beat Canada, but they had to take it back this time. They did take it back on Thursday. They were dominant. I guess the last time we did the podcast, we were watching USA-Sweden. They went to overtime. We were stressing over that, so you knew we were going to be stressing going into Friday's game that the men played. Smoked Slovakia. Didn't worry about that at all. The women, we were riding that high. They probably just were like, let's go. Do what the women did, kick some ass. But the women had to beat Canada in overtime on a golden goal that was just winner take all. That was sick. They scored it on an incredible goal. Then the men go, and 7 a.m. the whole nation was up, dude. It was awesome. Just the internet it was the best, one of the best internet days of my life. It was my birthday, and I don't like being a birthday guy, but I was like, I could never have asked for anything better than what I'm getting right now. Unless the Giants could somehow also play on February 22nd and win a Super Bowl. If we could get a February 22nd Super Bowl that also coincided with the United States men's hockey gold medal game that the U.S. won, that the world would explode. I could just die right there. I'd be fine. But just the going to overtime, I was stressed out. I thought we were going to lose it.
Where were you watching?
I was watching up in Richard. I was at my family's land. We had a little house we were at. I had some friends that were there. My friend Curtis. I stayed up till like 2:30 the night before we watched Miracle to get the vibes going. My friend Curtis and I got up early to watch it. My oldest daughter was up with us. She had no idea what was going on, but was very interested in why we were all screaming. And for like little life hack that I've learned is if you just pick your kid up and make it like she's part of it too. She was just like, oh yeah, we don't know what we're doing. But I was like, high five. We were just high fiving all day. It was great. She said, high five, Dada. High five, Dada. I was like, let's go, USA. It was great. The goal, man. The goal that had the game-winning goal by Jack Hughes. It was a top. I was trying to look back at it. The Giants winning Super Bowl 42, beating the undefeated Patriots. That's 1-1 in my lifetime. February 3rd, 2008. February 5th, 2012 was beating the Patriots again 4 years later. Eli makes the perfect pass to Manningham. That leads to their second Super Bowl over the Patriots in 4 years. That's number 2 in my life. And then Sunday, beating Canada. Like, okay, we weren't the Miracle on Ice team. I understand that. I don't know. Like, there's people that are hating on all of the United States, and I understand we can get into politics about that if we want to, but gold was won. We won gold. That's what I was watching a hockey game, and the hockey team that I wanted to win won for the first time in my life. The men's team is gold medalist. The 1980 team were college kids. They were playing a Russian team where they were basically pros but weren't technically considered pros because of the way the Soviet Union did things. It was a way bigger upset. They were way bigger underdogs, and I'm not saying they weren't, but I can fucking be excited that we beat Canada. Canada's been the best team in the world for a long time. And I don't like, and then be like, oh, it's been 46 years. Wow, it took 46 years. Canada's supposed to be nice. They were dicks. A lot of Canadians online were dicks about it. And they're, well, we know who outplayed who. We outplayed you guys for the majority of the game, and that's cool. What's the score? Well, if your goalie didn't stop the puck 41 times, that's the most stops that anybody's ever had in an Olympic gold medal game. It's like, oh no. So because he did something no one's ever done before, we should be punished. Good. I don't know if you know that the goalie is part of the team. It is part of the game. If you had not had the 3 best hockey players on earth at this point right now on ice and not scored, then maybe that's a legit excuse. If Nathan McKinnon hadn't missed an open net or Taves hadn't scored when fucking Hellebuck just goalied the fuck out of him. Our goalie, Connor Hellebuck, is a badass, and he choked in the Four Nations tournament against Canada last year. He's had some questionable moments in big games where it was like Connor Hellebuck can't win the big one. Won the big one. It's ours now. Hockey's our sport. Sorry, Canada. Sorry. All right. Like, and then we win, and I was so excited. I had not been on the app Threads in a very long time, so I got on Threads and was just like, best hockey country in the world. Fuck yeah. Didn't look at Threads again for the rest of the day. Got home after work Monday, looked at Threads. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Just fuck you guys. You guys, blah, 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 blah. Canada was better. Canada wasn't a better team. Better team wins gold, all right? It wasn't like the ref was like, no, we're going to give you this. No, we're just going to do this. Okay, cool. Like, it wasn't none of that. Absolutely none of that. Refs missed calls on both sides. You can't just blame it on anything like that. It was a 3-on-3 hockey game, bitching about the format of overtime when both teams had to play in overtime. Both teams made their team knowing they could go to overtime. You're just a sore loser, Canada. But Threads, I thought, like, people say Twitter's a cesspool. Threads is a cesspool that just thinks it's better than Twitter. That's what it is.
I did hear recently that Threads, there are a bunch of Karens on them because a lot of people from Facebook came over, like, because Threads also Meta.
Yeah.
So they got all the Facebook people to go to Threads.
Yeah, I can see that.
A lot of Karens on, like.
I could see that. But it's like, I thought Twitter, they're like, Twitter's accessible. But Twitter, I appreciate Twitter because I know it's garbage when I'm going in. I'm slinging mud with you. I'm right there. I'm in the mud with you. You are also in the mud with me. Threads, you can bitch at somebody and then limit who can reply. Like, you can comment on my thing, be like, fuck you, and then make it to where I can't comment back on your reply to me.
I didn't know that.
That, like, no, you should be. Don't come at the comments if you can't get commented back. That makes no sense. I don't understand that. But then it's the fucking loser, and then they think they're dunking. And so the next day I was like, so basically what they were bitching about was the fact that after the United States won, it was awesome. Again, first time we won gold in men's hockey in 46 years. Incredible feat. They were pretty excited, as many teams are after they win a championship. So they did their post-game press conference. You can see in the post-game press conference, Jack Hughes. I've got tons of memes from this game alone that will be probably nominated for Meme of the Year. You had Jack Hughes, whose teeth were missing. You had the Connor Hellebuck stop. You had the Canadian guy who got silver where they handed him a stuffed animal and he's just looking really sad. Like, all of that going with it. But they were drinking pretty heavily. Jack Hughes is at many points during their press conference like, hey, just one more beer. Just give me another beer. Where he's having to chug the beer back because he doesn't want to hit the nerve endings on his broken teeth because it would hurt him. So he's just housing beers, just pouring beers down his throat, essentially. And then they go to the locker room where, guess what? They party. That's what happens in a championship. You've seen 2 Astros championships. Mm-hmm. What do? They go back and they just quietly play cards with their friends, or do they go pop champagne and party? Because that's what the United States did. And then, unbeknownst to them, the FBI director, Kash Patel, was in there, and they were like, what's up, Kash? They gave him beer. He was drinking beers with them. They took pictures with him because he posed for pictures with them, and one of them put the gold medal around his neck. They were drunk guys that had just won their first gold medals. I don't understand if, like, I don't know, but later on, then Kash is like, hey, Donald Trump's on the phone, and Trump's like, well, I'd like to have you to the White House. It's gonna be great. I guess we're gonna have to invite the women as well. Obviously, because I would be impeached if I didn't. And they were just, okay, cool. That's what they did. Then they partied, and that is it. And in that moment, to many people, you could have just been like, I don't know, like, the president of the United States has called many teams that have won championships, I would imagine. I know that, like, he called the Daytona 500 winner guy the other week. Like, it's not a uncommon thing, I think, for teams that have won championships in, like, the most prime time moments. So he calls them. He's like, I'm going to invite the women. I don't want to get impeached. Okay, man, could be. You could look at that as a misogynistic comment. Yeah, all right. If you want to say it is, okay, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. I don't think none of the dudes were like, fuck them. Yeah, right. Why the fuck should they get invited? He said he's going to invite them, and they were like, okay. I think they were laughing at the impeachment joke. One of them was like, yeah, 2 for 2. Hell yeah. Like, he's being supportive of the women. All of the interviews leading up to the game we're talking about, like Jack Hughes talked about, the first person he thought of when he scored was Megan Keller, who scored the women's game goal, because he was like, I was with her in the cafeteria just saying how proud I was of her, and I was so happy for her, and it's just something that I wish that we could get as the men's side, and they finally did. And he was like, that was the first fucking person I thought of. I don't think he was just like, fuck women. I don't think that any of the players on Team USA at any point in time were like, fuck women. Let's go be misogynistic against women. When they won, they got Johnny Gaudreau's jersey that they have had in their locker room. Johnny Gaudreau was going to be on Team USA. He and his brother were hit and killed by drunk drivers 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. And his son's birthday was Sunday. His son's second birthday was Sunday. They held his jersey out. They went and got his kids from the stands because his parents flew in with his widow. And they had the kids on the ice with the gold medals and the Johnny Gaudreau jersey. I was crying watching it. I was just like, he did it. He was there. That was him. It was awesome. And then people just turned that into like, they're just using these children for propaganda, blah, blah, blah. No, they're not. They were guys that he was one of their buddies. So many of them have played together since they were like 6, 8, 10 years old. And that was somebody that meant a lot to them. They weren't just using children as putts. If you don't like Donald Trump, I get it. I understand. If you don't like Donald Trump, that's fine. If you don't like Cash Patel being there, I understand that. That's not the players' fault. The players weren't like, Cash, we're gonna fly in. Like, he flew on taxpayer dollars, whatever. I don't know. My taxes have been spent on dumb shit anyways. And honestly, if my taxes are spent on beer for gold medalists, I'm fine with that. Okay? I'm cool with that. Maybe not him going there. I don't understand that. But then to just take away everything and make it like these guys are like, because they took a phone call on speakerphone that they didn't make, they're predators and they are sex offenders and they are pedophile protectors. I don't think that's what it makes them. Does that make sense? Or does that, like, I understand people being like, man, you could have hung up. But like, in the middle of a championship celebration, did they expect them to be like, hey, Donald, while we got you on the phone, actually what you said was super duper misogynistic. You shouldn't be talking about the women like that. Also, let's discuss Iran and everything else going on. Like, let's get to the bottom of some things, because you should figure it out with the United States hockey team. That's how we're going to solve these world problems. Should they have been like, no, fuck you, Donald, and then hung up? Like, wouldn't that have made it more about that than the celebration?
Yeah, I just don't like.
I can understand just be like kind of cowering away. And I think a lot of them were like, this is an awkward situation. Yeah. I don't know what to do. Who's this guy? I think a lot of the hockey players probably didn't know who Cash Patel was until they were told.
That's why I don't like Cash Patel inserting himself into the situation. Like,
and I'm absolutely,
why does he
I
need
get
to
that.
be there?
But he's in the locker room, you're partying, you're like, who's this guy? Okay, what's up? High five. Somebody, you must know somebody. Like, I think that's probably the vibe that was going on. You've had 7, 8 beers at that point. You're partying. Like, all you're thinking about is like, this was one of the best days of my career, one of the best days of my life. Yeah. I don't think that like oh, well, hey, dude, you got to get the fuck out of here. Like, that makes it more awkward. That takes away from your day. It's like if there's a fight at your wedding. Like, if there was a fight at my wedding, I wouldn't have been like, hey, we got to stop the wedding real fast. I'd be like, hey, stop it. Take him out there. Take him outside. Take it out. Like, you know, you've had to figure it out that way. Then, like, it is not uncommon for champions to be invited to the White House. They went to the White House and people were fucking pissed about it. I get it. You don't have to go, but it's the president of the United States. And if you don't like the president, again, you don't have to go. I don't care if you go. But to be like, how dare them go? It's the fucking White House. The White House is cool as shit. I don't care who's in it.
But is it weirder for them to be invited to the State of the Union?
I thought that was odd, but also I think the State of the Union just happening to be this week also played into it. I think if the Olympics were 6 months ago, I don't think these like, and then we'll have you in the State of the Union in 6 months from now. We'll bring you back. It'll be great. I think if the State of the Union was next week, probably doesn't happen. I think it was just like the time that it happened with. I mean, weird. You can be like, yeah, they're getting used as puppets. I think they're just dudes that were stoked to be like one of the greatest achievements a lot of them have made. They are celebrating that and they're being celebrated. Yeah, they went to a club that also had strippers in Miami and got to party for a $150,000 tab that Pat McAfee paid. That was cool. but they won a gold medal for their country. That's fine. I don't know. Like to be like they're all a bunch of misogynistic pigs. You can think what you want, but most of the people I feel like in threads. So yeah. Then I commented. And I was like, if you can't, hold on, let me write. I want to read it to you, and then I'm going to give you my phone so you can look at the interactions that I got because they are mean. Then I was trying to troll. I was trying to troll again today. So then
you got even more.
Then yeah. Well, my second one. I said, shout out to anybody that can't enjoy the U.S. hockey gold medal wins because of politics. I mean, I think you're an absolute loser for not being able to experience any joy in one of the coolest sports things our country's ever done. But I do respect the commitment. I have 401 comments on it. And that was just like today. And they're still coming in with just me being a pedophile protector. I was like, no, I'm just saying, like, I watched for the hockey, not for the politics. And I think people are able to do that.
Yeah.
And then I'm privileged. Okay, I might be privileged. I'm a white guy, I'm sure. I'm a straight white guy. I'm sure there's some sort of privilege. I didn't choose the privilege. I don't understand. And as a white dude, I get it. People don't get that same thing. But then it's like, what do you want me to do? Like, just never watch hockey again? Because I'm not going to do that. If I was already watching hockey and they were never watching hockey, like you're not part of this. Mm-hmm. But it was a weird thing that just threads. I posted the same thing on Twitter. Didn't get anybody arguing with me. Kind of to see a debate. So then this morning I was like, imagine saying I'm a feminist when I'm literally a 3-time WNBA fantasy champion. And they're, oh, you think that one's good? Oh yeah, okay. You just exploit women, yeah, because I'm actually coaching these women. I'm teaching them how to win championships. But I don't know. It was weird that people took one of the coolest things that's been done in sports, at least top 3 in my life, and they're just like, this means nothing. I don't think it demeans the women's game. I don't think that it means anything less. I think the women's championship is awesome as well. I bought a fucking women's gold medal jersey, or not jersey, a shirt. I was partying when they won, and I bought the first little link that was championship gear. I was like, yep. I bought the hoodie. I bought the white shirt. I bought the navy shirt. I bought the women's white shirt, and then I bought a beanie. So I bought 5 things, and then there was another site that was dropping funny stuff too. That was things that Canada's better than the United States at hockey, and it was just crossed out. And I was like, I'm getting that, and it was world champs. I got another one like that. So I have 7 things just from that. I just emptied the clip.
Yeah, they're on their way.
My bank account when that was out there. So I was like, what are you talking about? No, I'm so excited for this, and to just take politics to say that ruins it. You don't have to watch the NHL. A lot of people weren't watching the NHL anyways, but it's just weird to be it's the worst thing that's ever it's. Mm-hmm. It was like Canadians 9/11 or certain people on Threads' 9/11 to watch people celebrate. I don't think they chose all of that. I think that a lot of that was stuff that happened to them, and they could have been fuck you. But I think that also it makes it weirder to you're immediately distancing yourself, and you're like, yeah, well, he did this, he did that, he's this person. I understand that, and I don't like the dude either. But I don't know, if I'm not gonna ruin my celebration. You know, the biggest achievement I have because he chose to come into a locker room. And I feel like those dudes should be given a little bit of grace on that. Also, fuck you, Canada. Let's go Team USA. Okay, we're the greatest country in the world. Do you regret not watching it? You need to go watch the goal, dude. Just watch the goal. The goal was awesome.
It's not going to mean anything to me because I don't know how impressive it is.
Jack Hughes got his teeth knocked out and then got up, didn't miss a shift, and then in overtime was I'll still score with the teeth out. That's fine. I don't care. He's got an American flag bleeding, draped around him, smiling because he won a gold. It's just the biggest gap tooth smile ever because he's missing teeth. It's wild. It was exactly what hockey is. These guys are heathens that lose teeth. They don't even have all this. It's no, that's who scores our goals. That's it. It was as American as we could be. If a bald eagle had landed on the ice, that's the only thing that would have made it more American. Uh-huh. But then all the pictures of eagles on top of Canadian flag poles the next day was pretty great. It was pretty great. I don't know if they were photoshopped. I'm going to choose to believe that a lot of them were real. But Freebird in the United States of America, they're back. Shout out to Team USA, all right? Threads is back too because it's a weird spot. Mm-hmm. It's a weird spot. They're really mean. Do you want to read some of the comments? You don't have to read them out loud, but just. And so I started replying because I was I'm gonna troll.
And that's how you found out that some of them had the settings where you couldn't reply back.
Well, but no, because sometimes I'm not I didn't say anything about pedophiles. I didn't say anything about fucking kids. I'm not a pedophile for saying go Team USA. But like, just dude, there's just so many of them. They're so mean. Yeah. So Threads is back, but also in a bad way. And then Girl Scouts are back. I've been for years telling you that I think Girl Scouts are money laundering. It's a money laundering front. I think that maybe they do teach your girls good qualities like leadership and all of that. I understand that. But the cookie thing is a scam, and somebody's been skimming off the top. There was a girl that sold 60,000 boxes of cookies. 60,000 boxes of cookies. That's pallets of cookies she's selling to people. And they gave her a trip to Niagara Falls. Somebody did the math, and they're like, at $6 a box times 60,000, she shouldn't have to pay for college.
Uh-huh.
Like you should send her to college. They're sending her to Niagara Falls, not even out of the country. She's not going to Aruba.
Yeah, she stays on the United States side.
I've never been to Niagara Falls, but like you're gonna send I think she's in second grade.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna send a second grader, like that's gonna be the big thing. That's gonna be the thing. Girl Scouts, what are you doing? Where's that money going, huh? She just funded the Girl Scouts for another 2 years. And that's just one girl. That's so much money she raised to be like, here's a $2,000 trip. Fuck off. Thanks. See these falls on the shitty side. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So for anybody that was like on the fence about Girl Scout cookies being a front, they're a front. I didn't buy them this year. I did share a thing. It was like, hey, don't forget, most of them don't know if that money is real or not. So if you want to scam some, you can give them a fake 20 here and there. Maybe not every time, but every
now
once
and
in a
then.
while. Yeah, they won't know.
Yeah.
And then again, like if you're scamming a scammer, no one loses. All right. Also back, and the last thing I brought is monkeys. Finally got another monkey that's captured the hearts of America.
Mm-hmm.
Harambe, who met his brutal end later on. Hopefully this doesn't happen the same, but Punch the monkey. Are you familiar with Punch?
I am not familiar with.
You aren't fucking familiar with
I'm not
Punch?
familiar with
Buddy.
Punch.
How? He says all over my algorithm. It's hockey and Punch the monkey on my thing. He was a little monkey. His mom disowned him, I guess. I don't know why. Mm-hmm. But they just were like, no, we want nothing to do with you. Wasn't feeding him, wasn't doing anything. They had to put him in his own little spot. It's in the Tokyo Zoo. So he's all alone, and they're like, look at this little sad monkey. And then somebody gave him an orangutan little stuffed animal, and that was like his comfort animal. And it was showing him like trying to go make friends, and they'd squawk at him or whatever they do, or they'd push him or be mean to him, and then he'd run off and run back to his little orangutan. And it was just like me and like that was the meme. It was just me and my orangutan. Like, this is who you're really making fun of right now. It's just me with my little toy.
Yeah.
And then finally, like yesterday, the day before, an adult monkey that he got moved to another enclosure with gave him a hug. And so now he's found the love of someone else. He gave him a warm hug. But Punch the monkey, cutest little guy out there.
I did not know any of this.
What's also good is that he's very far away from Cincinnati.
Okay, that is good news.
That is good. We need to keep him as far from Cincinnati as humanly possible. But just go Punch the monkey. Give him a look. Look him up.
I've heard the name.
Punch the monkey rock.
But this is one of those things where I just feel like I don't want to get involved.
You need to get involved. It
Like-
should be. It's the best. You'll never be like, this isn't the hockey thing where you could take it one way or the other. I don't know. We should find a way to be mad.
Did you know if you
Punch.
Google it, the Google has an animation?
Oh, Punch! Look at him. There's a little heart to the monkey on it. That's great. That's great.
I feel like this is the same thing with like Moodang. I kind of just stayed away from Moodang as well.
Moodang was Cincinnati Zoo, so we don't fuck with Moodang. Oh no, Moodang wasn't. It was the other hippo, the Cincinnati Zoo had one. Moodang fucked. We liked Moodang. Moodang's very cute, but she got big now probably, so that's why we don't hear about her anymore. But is he not the cutest thing ever? Look at that guy.
With the stuffed animal.
Little stuffed animal. This is little. Nothing better ever happened to Punch, because I will hurt someone if something happens to Punch. Okay, I will go to Tokyo, which I have again. Countries I have no interest in going to. Japan, don't want to go there. I will go to that X. Add that to the list. Whoever's in charge of that list. I think you were in charge of the list. Cross out Japan.
Yeah.
Okay. I will have to go there if I have to fight somebody. If anything were to ever happen to Punch. All right. If you take your children to the Tokyo Zoo, keep them as far away from the openings of that enclosure as possible. Because if they go in there, they should be the ones put down. Okay. Punch should be protected at all costs. And also, he should be brought to America because he is ours, but just not Cincinnati. Bring him to Texas. Texas will be fine. We'll protect him. We should just keep him in this studio, and we would protect him and be his best friends. And give him all the hugs.
Yeah, we would.
Would you hug Punch?
I would maybe give him a little
That's
pat.
That's
A
the
little
whole
pat.
thing. Then he run off to his little stuffed animal. You're the problem. I
Just
would
a little-
give him all the
just a
hugs.
little
I'd be like,
pat.
Punch, come over here. I would teach him how to smoke cigarettes. He'd be so cute smoking a little cigarette here.
Maybe he shouldn't come to the U.S.
So come on. He'd be so sick. I'd teach him how to gamble. We'd teach him how to
No,
podcast.
yeah, absolutely.
He could just hold a microphone. Do like random fucking little monkey sounds.
Teach
That'd
him
be
how
so
to dial
tight.
1-800-GAMBLER.
Yeah, we could bet on how long it takes him to eat a banana each podcast. That'd be fun. Just in the background, if there was just Punch there just eating a banana, everybody in the comments could put a bet on how long it takes. It'd be great. It'd be great. Brought to you by 1-800-GAMBLER. It could be. Shout out to Punch, though. I love Punch. That guy rocks. Moving on, let's get to the not cool segment. Tell you what's not cool according to us this week. And we actually are going to use some of your not cools. If you have a not cool and you'd like to participate, hit us up on X. We're at PassGreatPod. Use the hashtag PTG not cool. Try and summarize your not cool in like 3 to 4 sentences max. And, just explain what's going on. What made you say, hey, man, that's not cool. You stub your toe, not cool. You get run over by a train, also not cool. There's varying degrees. And we're going to start off this week's not cool with Josh Tree Caudle at Joshua Tree 713.
To the theme song.
Yeah, obviously.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
Yeah, obviously we're gonna do that. Shout out to Josh Tree. I just wanted to give him a shout out because he's awesome and his not cools suck. Josh Tree Caudle at Joshua Tree 713 has our first not cool this week, and he says, "I had a couple of not cools happen recently. 2 of my gravy awards fell off the shelf and broke, and the oil in my car keeps dropping. And when I tried to get it fixed, they still haven't figured out what is causing it. All of those are bad things."
Yeah. The worst being the Gravy's Awards.
Most importantly, have you tried like grinding them up and putting them in your oil, and maybe the gold and the gravy awards will fix it? Gold fixes a lot of problems.
It does fix a
Actually, it
lot of
also creates a lot of problems. So it's a hit or miss. Is your oil liberal or not liberal?
Is your oil running? You better go catch it.
Yeah, that sucks, dude. Car trouble.
Yeah, that's the worst.
And then your most prestigious awards that you've won. That's awful. Do we have any extra gravy awards?
I don't think we do.
I might have ordered an extra gold medal. I was going to bring us all the gold medals.
Yeah.
If I do have an extra gold medal, it's yours, Josh. If not, maybe I'll order you another. I don't know. Now we have to do like...
You have to like...
We have to do like an honorary award for him with the
Yeah.
next gravies. Be like make it like a Purple Heart. Be like, for the fallen, we'll have an in memoriam, and it'll be the 2 gravy awards that dropped and fell.
I think I've seen that the like Academy Awards or any of those like other award shows, if the winner wants another award, like they have to pay.
Yeah, it's what, like the Super Bowl is like. If you want,
Yeah.
like, the team gets the trophy, but if you can like buy a replica as a player.
Maybe he has to buy a replica.
Yeah, you can buy it.
Maybe,
I can hook you up. I can hook you up.
Yeah.
Hit me up, Josh. I'll figure it out. But that does suck, dude. T's and P's, brother. Raymundo Benavidez is at KMundoB on X, and he says, "I don't remember what I did with the $80 in cash I had in my pocket at the bar. I woke up in the morning and it was gone, and when I looked at my card statements, it says I put the tip on my card." I love you, Mundo, but I've hung out with you before, and I feel like you very well could have been drunk and been like, you know what? Great service. I could see you putting $80 in cash into a tip jar. Because you're a nice guy. He's a generous guy. Raimundo, sweetest guy ever. You've met him. You know him.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing he's talking about Valentine's Day, I believe.
He might be, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe. But
Someday out
I
there.
could see him just, love was in the air, dude. Put a little extra
Yeah.
cash in the tip jar. But that is the worst when you're like, I had money in here. Where did it go? It's the exact opposite of when you like put a coat on for the first time in a year and you're like, oh, hell yeah, there was 20 in this. Oh no, what did I do with that? That sucks, dude. T's and P's, brother.
Sam has that version, but it's always tissues. She has tissues everywhere. So she puts on a new pair of pants or a coat or something, like, oh, I found tissues in the pocket.
So my wife does that as well. And then every time I'm moving stuff from the laundry that's hers, I'm like, oh, cool. Tissues, they just disintegrated.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
This is cool for all the black clothes that I put in here. It definitely won't stick to it.
Yeah, I had to tell it, like, just check your pockets
Just
before you wash.
put your hands in your pockets.
Just check them.
I thought that was a guy thing. It was always, I feel like growing up, it was always like, well, you know, my husband never takes this out of his pants. It's like, that's the first thing I do is empty the pockets. Look at us. We're set. We're the model. We're the models in our
We're
households.
the model citizens.
All right. Next up, we've got Dave T at PPWL1 on X, and he says, "It's not cool is MFers that park in 2 spots. Your car's not even that nice," and he just shows a white truck that took up 2 parking spots. Yeah, you're just. I don't understand. I just don't understand the logic of like I need 2 of these. If you got a regular car,
Yeah.
it's not like you have an RV. I get it. You're the fire truck. Yeah, you probably got to park up top. I understand that. You don't need to park in 2 spots. It's weird. It's weird. Some places in my building they'll buy 2 spots so they can park there, and I'm like, I can't get mad at that. But you're paying for 2 spots.
It
when
might
you
be
could pay for 1.
a little bit more acceptable if they're at the like very back, if they're the furthest spot away. But if they're like up close anyway, midway through, and they're taking up 2 spots, they don't need to be doing
People
that.
are weird about parking. Just find a spot, park,
Yeah.
get out. It's over. Speaking of parking, Todd Voss has another not cool, and it is car related at as_seen_by_TV. And Todd says his not cool is that some asshole parked in front of me and dented my license plate with their trailer hitch. When they backed in, I know that it's only a dented license plate, but it's infuriating. Yeah, I mean, you can bend it back probably, but like to have the trailer hitch, you know what you're doing. Like you know that you're more likely to do damage to others. I think the trailer hitch is always a hack because then if anybody rear ends you, it fucks their car up and not yours. But then if you back into spots like everybody with a fucking truck wants to do, you're that guy. You're just running with a battering ram as you're backing into people.
At my mom's place, like a year or so ago, her boyfriend had a truck parked outside, and this was like in the middle of the night. Across the street of the neighbors, they were leaving, so they reversed out, and they hit his truck, and the hitch got stuck to their truck.
Like
And
in
so they
the
couldn't-
door and stuff.
No, like the back. So like they were backing out, and they got to the hitch of my mom's boyfriend's car, and then they couldn't separate. So they spent a lot of time. Well, I only saw this through the camera the next morning. They spent a lot of time trying to like accelerate out, and then they ended up moving the truck, my mom's boyfriend's truck, and they were like jumping on the truck trying to push it down so like it could come dislodged, and they eventually got it out, but it took a while.
Leave a note when we're like,
No. Originally
they just tried to bounce and hope nothing happened, but y'all got him though.
Yeah, on camera. Originally, my mom they thought that they were trying to steal the truck because they just hitched to it and tried to take it, but the truck was too heavy. But I think it was just an accident where they just backed up. They went too far when they were backing up, and they just got crossed.
That had to mess up his truck pretty bad though.
Yeah.
So what did they do?
I don't think anything ended up happening.
They didn't go across the stream. Like, what the fuck was up with your friend?
I don't think they did. No, they didn't because it wasn't someone that was visiting across the street. It was just someone that was like trying to use that as to turn. So like they had come in, they went in, and like immediately tried to like turn back.
Man, I hope they had the worst time ever.
Yeah.
I hate those people. That's the worst. Doing something like that and then just bouncing, like that's just the worst karma you could ever put out for yourself. That sucks, but so actually that makes Todd's story not that bad. But that is infuriating. Just like when you have the trailer hitch, you're gonna avoid being rear-ended as bad as a lot of other people, but you gotta be fucking careful when you're backing into shit. And if you do that, like that's on you. You're a dick. All right, don't be a dick when you're backing in if you got a trailer hitch. All right, I can go first because mine will be pretty quick. But the armadillos are back.
Oof.
We're nipping it in the bud. I've already got the armadillo stuff. I poured it all down the little hole there. I've got some. If my landlord's listening to this, I definitely don't have stuff coming that's gonna harden and then maybe turn into something that
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like it would, like there wouldn't be like any sort of like.
I don't think there's any kind of
cement
material
or
that
crete
just hardens
or concrete or
with
yeah,
like a
it's
mix
definitely
of
not
water or
that.
anything
It's
like that.
definitely not that. That then we'll get covered by dirt that then they can't even dig through. And then also if there's ever any repairs, we might not be able to get to it. But that's fine. It's fine. Not my problem. Not my house. I don't own it. It's okay. But like I've asked for stuff and they said you can just trap it with this cage that doesn't work. Here you go. So I got to take matters in my own hand. But I covered I got home for the weekend. I was gone and took my dog out. The hole under our little patio was right there. That means they had dug back under there. I covered it back up. And then yesterday they had started to dig it again. But I had put in a ton of rocks to block it. So you could tell they were like discouraged. I don't know if they had gone in, but they had started digging again. So I bought the armadillo repellent. And it says like to dilute it with water and stuff. And I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. I just bought 2 this time and just drenched all the dirt around it. It smells, it's like not bad, but it's citrusy.
Yeah.
It's like a citrus smell, but it's so citrusy.
So strong, so
like you're just like,
concentrated.
what did somebody pour? It smells like not like a cleaning solution, but like when somebody goes hard on the cleaning solution. Like if you just squeezed 1,000 lemons to the point where it made your nose like sting like bleach kind of does. If I'm standing right over it just punches you in the face. So I would imagine an armadillo is not gonna have a great time coming by.
Yeah.
We haven't had any problems since I did that yesterday, but I'm ready to go. Like we're ending it. It's not gonna happen
Yeah,
again.
you got to be proactive about it because last time they had fleas, right?
Yeah, and we're not doing that.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. I walked around yesterday in shorts. Was like, all right, bite me if you're here. Didn't get me yet, so knock on wood, we're okay right
care of
now.
them.
But the Dillos are back. Only problem for them is Daddy's ready for war now. Daddy
You're prepared this time.
Daddy wasn't ready for.
Yeah.
I'm like home alone. Like I saw what you were doing to the other houses. I've laid out my plan, and now I'm gonna Kevin McAllister the fuck out of you, and it's not gonna be fun. It's not gonna be fun. Hey, I got these armadillos. They're back. Oh, I killed them and then put them in the cage. Oops. Come pick up your cage, please. What do you have? Is you're not cool.
This morning I woke up with tooth pain in one specific tooth. This tooth right here, like it feels. Did you ever have gum and use the wrapper as like a grill?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Did that ever hurt your teeth?
If you had like fillings,
Yeah.
you had to be like the metal, yeah.
Yeah. It
It was
feels like
mostly
that.
with aluminum foil we
Yes.
would do that with, yeah.
Yeah, it feels like that on one specific tooth. That, but just randomly, just today, this morning, it's like that.
Still going all day.
Still going on. Yeah, I felt a little bit earlier.
Got some oral gel, maybe.
And don't, but
What about? Yeah, I don't know. Is it
Still
just
looking good.
sensitive?
It's just
sensitive to
sensitive, yeah.
touch, hot and cold.
yeah, especially like just breathing in. Like if I breathe in with my mouth open,
That's the
Just feel
worst
a little
because
pain
then
on that
that's all
tooth.
you'll do all day
Yeah.
is to like test it. Like,
does it still hurt? Yep, it still does.
Yep.
Still does.
Like if you got anything on your tooth, your tongue's just raw the next day because you're like, what's this? Yeah. I've been rubbing on my tooth the whole time with my tongue. Why is it cut? Oh, because that's all you did all day, idiot. That sucks.
It's tooth pain.
Tooth pain is one of the worst. And then you're like, just please don't be bad. Please just be a cavity if it is. Please be an easy cavity. Please don't be a root canal. Please don't tell me that I got like gum disease or some shit like that. I don't know. It's the worst. When's the last time you went to the dentist?
2 years ago.
Okay, it's not that bad.
Yeah, maybe
It's not that
2
bad.
3 years ago.
You should probably go get it checked out though if it keeps going on.
Yeah, I probably won't.
Probably not.
I probably won't. No,
Just pull it. Be
No.
like a hockey player. You
No,
look
I-
like
I
Jack
think-
Hughes. It's sick.
it was worse in the morning, so it's less now. It's less painful now. So I think it's just gonna be like one of those one-off weird things that happens. But I'll report back.
All right.
I'll report back. Hopefully, it is just the one day.
Well, those are not cool segment. There you go. And also Pat not being here, not cool.
Oh,
dude.
yeah, Pat not being
After a
here.
gold medal game, man. The fuck.
Not a very gold medal
He's
performance.
a very Canadian move on your part. We'll get him a.
Maybe he's upset about.
We should take his gold medal and give it to Josh.
Yeah.
Josh probably deserves it more than him, and then we'll give Pat a shitty stuffed animal. Just
I also
find a
did hear
shitty
about
stuffed animal
that.
and just bring it.
What was up with that? I did hear that they were giving stuffed animals after the loss. Like,
I don't know if it's like, I think like with, not 100% sure, but I feel like I've seen it in the past where it's like the Olympics, you get like your medal and then you get like a gift with the medal and it's always some like little trinket.
Uh-huh.
Like I know in Athens, Greece, they had the little like the crown,
Little
like
crown.
we had like
Leaf
the
crown?
leaf thing.
Yeah.
Like they'd put that on. Like, that makes sense. It's in Greece. I don't know what they did in some of the other places. Like they should have to Italy, give him a meatball or something. But like I think in Japan or Beijing, they had like the little doll that was the Olympic mascot. It was the Olympic mascot doll. It was just like a little tiny plush doll that they gave him, and I think that was just like, here's your medal, here's this thing, here's your medal, here's this thing. When you get the gold, I don't think you fucking care because you're like, I got a gold medal. But when you're sad, like that's the worst about like if you do like luge and bobsled. You came in second place with your time. Like when you're second in a team sport like that, especially when you lose in overtime, it's like, oh, you just lost. Like you win the bronze medal game, and you won that medal. You got silver because you didn't win gold. I mean, obviously you got bronze because you didn't win gold, but you had to win a bronze medal game. If it's like a race, it's like that guy finished first, second, third, done. Like you just came off like a debilitating loss and just be like, oh fuck. America's going to talk so much shit now. Oh, man, we were such a better team than them. We should have smoked them. How do we not win? And then they're like, here's your fucking stuffed animal, loser. That was the best. And Nate McKinnon, after he missed an empty net and then bitched that they were the better team when he clearly wasn't the better player, having to just be sad doing that. Sidney Crosby looks old. Love that. I hate that guy. It's good to see him not be able to hurt us even though he couldn't play.
I just remembered about this. It's completely random, but
bring it up. What's going on?
You saw the Texas new facility is going to be out far, right?
Yeah, like out west side of Texas. Houston.
Why would they do that?
Money.
Are they just getting like subsidized
Somebody
land?
probably just was like, yeah, I think it was the land, and somebody's like, you can just have all this, and you make it really sick. Whereas like in downtown or not, where NRG Stadium is, I think to expand, you're kind of just like, this is the plot we've got.
Yeah, or they can tear down the Astrodome.
No way. Oh, you're right. You're right. That would be a better idea.
They could just do that.
But they would never do that because somebody's grandpappy took him to that, and we can't lose the memories.
I can't imagine that.
It's the Roman Coliseum to some people.
They'll get like people to visit the facilities and whatever other district food restaurants, whatever they're gonna have out there. But I don't imagine that they'll get many more people from out there to go to games.
I don't know. I think like I know the Cowboys do this. Like they have, it's called the Star, and it's in Frisco, which is, they're in fucking Arlington, but Frisco's like I think 15, 20 minutes from Dallas. So it's like Arlington's another 15, 20 minutes. So it's like the opposite side. So you got to go around Dallas. That's also great that their facility's also still not in Dallas. It's in a different city, but still not Dallas.
Yeah.
So they do that. So they're not the only team to do that. And I think it just kind of comes down to like the land that you have for it. But that way, I bet they could also have like kids could have camps and stuff out in that area as well. They can do a bunch of youth stuff if they have extra fields and things like that. I know the Dynamo have a training facility that just has a ton of youth fields on it as well, and so people play tournaments and things there.
I'm thinking I'm a big Astros fan. If the Astros had a facility that was 30 plus minutes away, I would not go to it.
But you would go to like training camp where it's going to all be there. You just wouldn't go because like you're not going to be going there and then having to go to a game. You'd be going to that or the game.
Yeah.
Are
they gonna have training camp there?
I don't know. Probably. Eventually, I would imagine they will. But I don't think it'll be open for like 3 years or 4 years, right?
Something like that. I don't know.
But now they have like their practice bubble and all of their training stuff is like right across from the stadium, so they just walk over there or probably golf cart over there or whatever. They have that walk overpass thing.
The Astros have been talking about for a while now having their own the Battery in like right there, right where Daikin is. I don't know what the progress is on that.
Having the Battery?
Yeah, right. Like the Braves. The Braves have the Battery.
Is that like a park?
Like their like little district. Like
Oh really?
Yeah.
I mean that is downtown. They kind of do. You just gotta walk across the little homeless thing.
I think we're gonna like expand that out.
Yeah, and then they're gonna tear down all of that stuff right by it too to expand the freeway. So I think people are a little hesitant to buy down there right now.
Oh yeah.
They're just destroying shit. We don't know what's to be done.
Expanding.
Might be done. Might be done in 50 years. Might be done in 3 years. Who knows? Well, like, what am I going to tell my landlord if no one's coming because you're doing a show? We don't know. Do you want this land or not? Also, we might take it and call it eminent domain and then fuck you. That's cool that you put this money into this bar. Go fuck yourself. It's ours. We're the city. Neat.
They've already tried expanding the freeways before. They didn't really relieve traffic.
Yeah, but anything that helps eventually, but it's going to cause traffic to eventually be able to hopefully relieve it. Moving on, though. Let's get to the answer segment. Let's wrap this bad boy up. Pat's going to be so pissed if we do a fast one. The answer segment, we do the Precome segment where we bring on our drunk ideas, our dumb ideas, whatever we have, and then we pitch them to the boys, see how they're good. Like maybe we want to give money to the gamblers. Maybe we want to give some money to the gamblers, huh? Maybe give prizes on the gamblers hotline, huh? If you've got a high thought, a drunk idea, you want parenting advice, relationship advice, health advice, you want to power rank things and see what the best is, we're going to be better at power ranking than anybody else. So give us 5 things to power rank and we can do that. You want to know what color certain things are, what a number smells like, ask us anything. Anything you got at Pass Gray Pod on X. You can also, or put hashtag PTG Answers after it at Pass the Gravy Pod on X, hashtag PTG Answers. That's how we search for it there. Or you could email us your questions, passthegravypod@gmail.com. Put answers in the subject so we can search for it that way. That's passthegravypod@gmail.com with answers in the subject on email, or at passthegravypod on X, hashtag PTG Answers attached to your tweet. And this is the answers segment.
Well, if you just answered the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
All right, our first question this week comes from Aaron Janisewski.
Janisewski.
Aaron says...
Aaron J.
Yep. Aaron says, what is the perfect number of people for a group chat? Okay, I was thinking about this. This is a good question. Mm-hmm. And it depends on who the people are, obviously, because there's some people that are just the worst in a group. Just like you're going to be blowing us up the whole time. And then there's the guy that's in the group that doesn't ever participate. So sometimes that guy doesn't really count. Like I'm in groups with like 8. I mean, I've been in like the bachelor party groups you get in sometimes, wedding groups. That could be a lot. Like the perfect number has to be somewhere between 3 and 6, I think. You, me, and Pat are in a really good one.
Yeah.
That's mostly just like, were we showing up at this time today? Did we do this? Hey, did you see this thing that relates to the podcast? Here's a funny thing. I'm in one with 6 and 7 people. I'm in, I think, a 5-person one. But then there's all, like, it just depends on who the person is. Because the guy that just spams the group, and then there's people that ignore the group. And if you're in a group where you're the only one that really ever, like, because I feel like you and Pat sometimes, like, we are more interactive than a lot of times, than a lot of groups I've been in. But it's like, sometimes I'm just like, this time today, and like, unless something else throughout the week comes, like, that'll be at the last day. And then you guys are like, yep, I'll be there. Yep, be there. Pat was talking, we were figuring out the logistics last night, but it was like everybody was participating then. But then there's groups that just we send memes, and then sometimes you're not on your phone and you check and you have 77 messages, and it's because the group was sending memes, and that's fine. But I would say I don't know, what do you think? I settled on 5. I think it's got to be somewhere between 3 and 6. I think 5 is like a perfect number.
I am not a group chat person. I think 3 total, that's what makes it a group chat.
That's as basic of a group chat as you can be.
Is the best, because I don't like group chat. I think especially because I don't have my phone on like silent, like it is on vibrate, and so I don't want to just constantly be vibrating.
You can't mute it?
I can, but I just don't want to.
I have like the majority of my groups, I feel like are muted, because then I'll just look and see the notification. Like, okay, I have 80 notifications. One of the groups went off.
Yeah, and I don't want that either, because then I'm just never going to check it, or I'm going to come back to it, and there's going to be that many messages, and I'm like, I'm not going to look back through all this. I don't even like texting so many people, like where I'm in my messaging app and I have to scroll to the bottom. As soon as I had to scroll, I start deleting messages until I no longer have to scroll.
Really?
Yeah.
I just never delete them, I feel like.
No, I delete them. I don't know how many it is, but like I just like, gone, you're gone, you're gone.
If I've texted you at all, it's probably still in there.
No, yeah, I don't like that.
It's probably still in there though. Like my friend Dinah that passed away. Like sometimes when I'm thinking of her, I'll just go look at her like last texts, and like she had sent me those like voice things where it's like your face is a duck and it's just you. We would rap songs to each other, or sing songs to each other.
I remember that,
and it's just like, all right, that made me feel better. But like I had to like search it and do that. But yeah, I don't know. I think 5 is like the perfect number for a group chat. Anything over 6, it kind of like there's gonna be the guy that overdoes it, and then there's probably gonna be 2 people that don't respond that are just kind of in the group but not in the group. And then I like that now you can just leave and people don't see that you left the group. That's also good.
I didn't know that was a thing, because I knew like if you left, people would see that you left. I didn't know that.
And then you can mute stuff now, but then you can also just be, I don't want to be in this group. And then the worst is then when they've added you back to the group, like, I don't want to be in the group though. I don't want to be in this group. I'm not doing this.
Do you name your group chats?
Sometimes. Well, I mean, I can't with you because you don't have an iPhone. If everybody's got an iPhone, there's usually a name on it.
What would you name it?
I would just name ours PTG. That would make the most sense.
Yeah. If I tried to name it, what would something happen?
I think I don't know if like on all my other ones, I guess nobody really cares about the names of my groups, but
there, I renamed it. Can you
What did
see
you
that I
rename
renamed it?
I do not think so. No, it just says your name and Pat's name. Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah, I just clicked that. I just renamed
No,
it.
I just changed it to PTG. Shit.
There you go.
But I can't do it on my end. Edit. Oh wait, since when can you?
We're discovering things live.
Oh yeah, you can. And this is recent. I didn't realize that they could do it for a long time. You couldn't change it between Androids and Apples. Hell yeah. Also, hell yeah, I might be going to Creed at the rodeo.
Oh, nice.
Do you want to record Tuesday that week?
Is it on a Wednesday?
March 10th. Let's record Tuesday, March 10th.
Record Tuesday, March 10th. Yeah, I'm okay
That'd be
with that.
sick. Okay,
I'm okay
cool.
with
This is us just doing. This is the portion of the podcast where we're just doing scheduling. So I'm gonna say group. The best number for a group text is 5.
I'm gonna stick with 3.
3 is just as basic as it can
I'm
be.
just gonna stick with 3.
But it's just like I don't need
Yeah.
any more people than
Yeah,
this.
that's it.
There's people that are in like with like 12, 13 people. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I'm in 2 group chats. I've been in more, but like I said, like
You leave them.
I just delete them.
Yeah.
I just delete them.
Yeah, it's wild. Group chats can get wild sometimes, and then there's the ones that are just like this serves its purpose perfectly.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get in ones for like events, and then like after the event, like 6 weeks later, like, hey man, we're not in this event anymore. I don't know much. Like I didn't save any of these
Yeah.
numbers. I'm getting rid of this. If the majority of the numbers I have not saved, I'm just gonna delete it the second that event's over. All right. Our next question is from Robert Wingo, and Robert says, "Would you rather address the elephant in the room or look at what the cat dragged in?" It's a good question.
I never imagined the room that the elephant is in to be a good proportionate sized room to the elephant. I imagine it to be like a small room.
Right.
The elephant's big in the way. I wouldn't want to deal with that. I think I'd rather deal with what the cat dragged in, because I would assume it's going to be something small.
Well, see, I was going to go the exact opposite of that, because I would rather address the elephant in the room, because an elephant would never forget if I didn't address the elephant. He'd be like, that's the motherfucker that never addressed me. Fuck you. Also, the elephant could crush me, and so I would try and address the elephant that was in the room, like, hey, I'm Alex. I come in peace. Please do not stomp on me. We could be friends. I would love to hang out with you, get to know you, maybe hop on your back and ride you around. That'd be really cool. Yeah. We could squirt water at people if we could figure out how to get out of this room that you got in. First off, how did you get in this room? Where's the big door that brought you in? Did they build the house around? Like, how did this happen? I would ask them so many questions, but then the elephant would be like, I like this guy, and I'm never going to forget that. A cat, what the cat drags in, usually a dead bug or mouse or animal or something like that. You're probably going to have to clean it up, probably made a mess with it. You're less likely to have to clean up a dead thing with addressing the elephant.
The elephant, if I'm in the same room as an elephant, it can crush me.
But if I address him, he might not, because he's like, this guy's tight. I think I could win an elephant over. I don't want to clean up after a cat.
A cat's not going to kill me, though.
What if it's like a bobcat?
Well, you didn't say bobcat.
I could fuck up a bobcat. If a bobcat was, I'd fucking kick its ass. What if it was a jaguar? That's the cat. Because that could also kill you. So now both animals could kill you. What do you watch? But like, you just got to see what the cat dragged in.
Yeah.
What if you dragged in a baby cat that also wanted to fight you? That would be bad. Now I got your brain a pretzel now.
No. You've stumped me. I would still go with the cat, just because I think it would be a lot smaller. Sure, it could be messy,
Yeah.
but an elephant's not going to kill me. Or not, I'm not going to get killed by
could.
an elephant. Yeah.
But I think I could talk my way out of it. I think I could Dr. Dolittle myself and save myself. Dr. Dolittle could talk to animals. You probably haven't seen that, but he could talk to animals.
I've not seen it, no.
So I think I could be like, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
Let's get it out in the open. You could kill me. Please don't. I'd love to be your friend. I've got a peanut farm we could find. I could look one up. I'll bring you all the peanuts. I know elephants like peanuts.
I think Pat would go elephant too. I feel like just only because he dislikes cats that much.
I think so too. That's exactly what I was going to go with as well. That's a great question, though. Great question, Robert. Robert Wingo, first time answers question asker, I believe. Next up, we've got Mikey Paul at It's Just Mikey P on X, and he says, if a person that does sign language loses a finger, do they have a speech impediment or an accent? I think that, so you would just be like,
I would say
signs would
it's a
just
speech
be
impediment.
It would be more of a speech impediment, yeah. But I think like you would still be, because you'd still be able to understand him. They would just be, he can't signal with that. And then you could also use your other hand if you had to like finger spell stuff, because you could spell out the letters that you couldn't do. But then I also think you could probably just make it work with like other fingers if you had to sign certain stuff. So I'd say it's more of a speech impediment.
Yeah. What would make an accent? Like, I'm thinking if you have something on your finger, like maybe like
it's like the way you said stuff, I
Yeah.
guess. Like if you said something with like an emphasis and things like that, because you'd be like, I'm trying to think. I don't know enough. Sorry. You do that. If you're watching, watch the YouTube version, youtube.com/@.
what's the
Thank you.
That's thank you.
You's chin down to your hand. That always crushes. Yes is knocking. No is closing your top two fingers on your thumb really fast. That's no. More is this. Pushing your two, like the tips of your fingers together. My daughter does that one. She knows more. But like you could do more. Like if I took out my middle finger, I could still do more. And it would just be like, you get it.
You get
But
it.
like you probably wouldn't even notice it on most of them. Where it's like a speech impediment, sometimes like you might just have a hard time saying your R's. R is that, and that's X. R is this. But yeah, you would have a hard time like wrapping your finger around, like that would just look like an I. So you would have to do an R on your left hand. So you're
I think it's speech impediment.
It's a speech impediment. So it doesn't always affect the way that like it's signed, but sometimes it can, and then other times you can make up for it without it really matter.
Yeah.
It's a really good question. Great question, Mikey P. That's MVP level work right there. All right, next up we got Aaron R. writes in, and Aaron says, if you could have an endless supply of one thing, not money, what would you pick? Ooh, this is a good one.
Can I be like houses
It could be. I thought about houses.
or like cars?
Houses, I probably should have settled with houses, because you could sell the houses and make money
Yeah.
and live in them for free. But would you have to pay taxes on all those houses?
Ooh. I think if I can't do something like extravagant like that, I feel like I'd do like socks and underwear.
That would be good. See, okay, so I thought, what could I flip and turn into the most money?
Yeah.
And I did a little research because I saw this question earlier in the week. I started with gold, but that could be money, so that's out. And then I went to oil. If I get unlimited oil, but then like the United States government would probably like abduct me, take that oil and then sell it themselves. They'd give it to Israel. So I don't know if oil is the way to go, but we're going to still keep it on there. And then my other two I had hearts or livers, because I was like body parts we could sell. But like if I had an endless supply, like if I had endless amounts of hearts, I could just sell hearts. So I was like, what do hearts go for? And what do livers go for? Because I saw that those were the two most expensive organs according to one website that I Googled. So not 100% sure that's factual, but it says on the black market, a heart would go for $119,000 and a liver would go for $157,000.
Wow.
Kidneys only $15K.
Because there's two of them.
That's true. Yeah, because you got to pretty much kill somebody to get the other two. or at least a heart. So you would still think a heart would be the most expensive, but it is not. And since a liver could bring me like $160K each one, like if I had an endless supply of livers,
But you
you're
don't
on
have,
the black market, but then I've already sold one, then I could just pay somebody like close to that.
but you don't have an endless supply of like ice or refrigerators.
Buddy, if I'm selling liver for $160K a piece, I can buy the ice.
But you gotta sell the first one like immediately. Like how long? I don't know how long they could be out of ice.
But I have an endless. No, you don't though, because you got an endless supply. So even if it goes bad, got more coming in. I got
guess
more
so,
coming in.
yeah.
It's endless. Then you find your black market guy, and then you're like, "Hey, bud, I can hook you up," and he's gonna be like, "Yeah, but I'm gonna need this much percentage." Like, guess what? Every third one's free. I don't care. You can just have you take it all every third one, and I'm still making $160K a pop.
But at that point, you don't think that like they like just kidnap you? Like why negotiate?
No,
with
because I'm
you?
the liver guy.
Like I could just kidnap you, and hearts and livers are just gonna pop up wherever you are.
No, because if I'm gone, I'll poison pill myself, dude. I'll cyanide myself, bro. I got the end it. I'll have that. Well, that'll be the first thing I buy.
Yeah.
I'll buy like the just cyanide pill. It's like, oh, you're gonna kid me? Say goodbye to your endless supply, dude. Later. Now you got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You got 2 hours, and then all this is bad. But having livers, dude, that would be gross. But also,
You'd be the liver king.
I would be. I would really
You
be
would
the liver king. But just if you could sell it for that much money, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, have it every other one, dude. Keep all that. Just keep giving me every second or third one, and we're good. And they'll be like, yeah, tight.
I think I'm gonna stick with houses.
Houses.
I'm gonna go with houses. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with livers. Livers over oil. Just I'm worried about getting kidnapped for the oil. The oil is more dangerous to have than the livers, I think.
I think so too.
All right. Great question, though. That was a good question, Aaron. Last question of the week. It's from our girl, Tia Chalupa. Hadn't heard from her in a minute, but Tia Chalupa says, what color is the name Matt? All right. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Count of three. Whatever comes in your head first.
Right.
1, 2, 3. Green.
Yellow.
Ooh, yellow.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see. What Matt are you thinking? Do you have a Matt in your head that you're thinking of?
Uh,
Well, I changed Matt's now.
I
Ooh,
changed Matt's
ooh.
too. When you said that, I went Perry.
Matthew Perry. Oh. Yellow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yo, dude, I can see yellow. I can see yellow for Matthew Perry. You know what? I can see like the sun shining over about you. Like,
Yeah.
I could see that.
I almost went green too, but I saw the cable color. I'm like, I know that's where I'm getting green from, so I got to change my mind.
I was
Gotta
thinking
change
Matthew
something.
McConaughey.
He's more orange to me though.
Really? Hold on.
Yeah, isn't he a big like UT fan?
Yeah, but I feel like UT would be like the easy guess. What's another Matthew? Give me another Matthew. Famous Matthews.
Famous Matthew.
We're gonna feel really stupid.
Yeah, I
when
can't think of any.
We're just because we put ourselves on the spot. We just don't know what it is.
I'm thinking of fictional characters.
All right, Dave Matthews. Think of Dave Matthews.
Dave Matthews.
Brown.
I was gonna say green,
Ooh,
but maybe I'm colorblind, so maybe I was
that's
actually
true.
picturing. Brown.
What else we got? Ooh, Matthew Damon.
Ooh, Matt Damon.
Black.
I thought black too.
Black.
I
Okay,
thought
Matthew Damon.
yeah, I thought black too.
That color of Matthew's name is black.
Uh-huh.
The font is black.
Yeah.
So we agreed on that. Okay, we got to find one more. Ooh, Matt Lauer. Red.
I thought red too.
Red. Okay,
I thought
nailed
red
it.
too.
All right, that's it. That's it. We need to do that. That'll be our game where it's like, give us a name, and until we can find 2 in a row that we all agree on, we can't stop,
I thought red too.
or we run out. It was red flag, right?
Yeah.
Because he's a bad guy. He did all that stuff. All right. Well, that was it. That's a good one. That was a perfect question to end on, where it's just like, all right, let's try and figure out the color of a name. All right. Great question, Tia Chalupa. Great question, everybody. Thank you guys for submitting your questions for answers. Again, at PassGradePod on X, hashtag PTG answers. If you want to send them that way, you can also email them to us, passgradepod@gmail.com. Put answers in the subject so we can search for them. I am at Alex J. Middleton. Pat is at not Pat Dion. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. We are at PassGradePod on all socials. If you're listening to us, don't forget you can watch every episode of Pass the Gravy. It's up about 10 a.m. the following day. We put the episode up. Like, we'll have the episode up about like 6 o'clock here, the Wednesday that we put it up. Then on Thursdays about 10 a.m., you can go watch the video version, youtube.com/@PassGravy_podcast. And if you're watching us, you can listen to us wherever you get your podcast. Anywhere, if you want to give us a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever else you listen to podcasts, roast us in the comments and then just give us the 5 stars to help with the ratings right there. If you want to go on Threads, be careful. It's dangerous out there as long as you don't agree with everybody. And then... yeah, I gave us all of our socials. Go Team USA. Shout out to the gold medal fellas. Appreciate you guys and the ladies. Sweeping gold. Hockey is our sport. Shout out to the United States hockey teams. And then let's do our mock draft season starts next week.
Yes.
Hashtag PTG mock draft on X if you want to give us some ideas for mock draft season. We were going to start this week. We were ready to go. Pat just couldn't be here, so it doesn't
bailed,
make... Yeah, Pat flaked. So just if you want to just tweet Pat at NotPatDion. How dare you? That's all you have to say. How dare you? What the hell? Or just send him the Tom DeLonge going, what the fuck? Like that. That meme. Just send him that. All right, Robert, random celebrity generator. Who we going with?
I'm going Jake Johnson.
I'm going to go Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
Jake Johnson?
Yeah.
This.
It's from New Girl.
Okay.
The
Jake
squirrely
Johnson.
guy.
I was like, Jack Johnson, the singer? No, it's Jack Johnson, not Jake. Jake Johnson. And Matthew McConaughey. Here we go. And Robert Downey Jr., Amy Winehouse, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Sly and the Family Stone, Hilary Swank, Jim Brown, Ernest Borgnani, and Davina McCall. Run it back. Jake Johnson.
Jake
I'm going to
Johnson.
keep almost saying Jack. Jake Johnson and Matthew McConaughey. Virginia Wade, Harrison Ford, Mary Pickford, Joan Fontaine, Eddie Murphy, James Stewart, Heath Ledger, and Joni Mitchell. All right, last one. Jake Johnson and Matthew McConaughey. Montgomery Clift, Jeffrey Rush, Willie Nelson, Angelina Jolie, James Dean, George Blanda, John Wayne, and Johnny Cash. A lot of Johns and J's right there, but no dice for us. No dice for us. All right, guys. Hey, have a great rest of your week. We live in the greatest country in the world. Don't let anybody tell you we don't, or make them show you their gold medals in hockey if they do, because that's the only way we can tell, all right? We love you guys. Until we talk to you next week, pass the gravy. Yeah, bitches.
Gravy, gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pass the Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, baby. And we go ahead and lick and we'll get rich today. Rich, bitch.